I am going to try and do a mixed media the project here at my camera. My mixed media studio is across the way. But anyway, first thing I wanted to show you that I did before my glue dries over there, I took my Tim Holtz Distresser and I chose, oh, I don't see another piece of that. Anyway, I'll show you in a second. This paper here, that one. And I distressed the edges, and I don't know if you've done this or not before, but you know, that's pretty thick paper. You just run your little blade across there. So I distressed all the edges on it. Then I took my Rich Cocoa ink by Memento and my applicator, which I've now misplaced wherever it's at. And I just distressed the edges of it, okay? So that's where we are so far, just distressing paper. Then I'm going to use my Collage Page. You can get this at CropStop, of course. And we are going to see if that, it says right on there that it holds it to wood, right there. So we are going to put it on here. So I went ahead and I layered this. I have to stand up, make sure I get it in the center. There. Now I'm going to grab my brayer. Excuse me, my voice is a little froggy. And I'm going to brayer this down and see if I can get it to stick to the wood. I've not done this before, so this is an experiment. It does not look like that's going to be enough, so you know what Peggy's going to do. We are going to put a bunch on the wood as well as the paper. I might have let it sit there too long, and this is just an old cheap brush that was in one of my kits that I do at church with the kids ministry. So I'm thinking I might need to let this dry a while, which is fine, because this video is going to be done in parts, so there'll be a lot of breaks. You won't really notice it too much, I hope. Okay, let's see if I can get it to stick now. It's feeling better. That looks pretty good. This dries clear, so I'm not going to worry about it squishing out. Does that look pretty straight? I want to make sure, because boy, it's really sticking now. And as again, I'm not worried about any ink, any of the adhesive getting on my cardstock or on the edges, because it does dry clear, and I'm going to be covering a lot of stuff on here. And so there you are. Okay, so there's our first layer. Now I am going to have to let this dry. I'll close up my bottle there. But I'm going to kind of show you what my idea is so far, and then we'll come back as soon as that dries. So brayers are a good tool, especially with this, because I didn't want to be rubbing, because I might have got a splinter. Then I would not have been a happy girl. So the trick is to put some of the adhesive on your paper and some on your wood canvas. Alright, so my plan is going to be to take some of the Petaloo flowers and put them all along the side here in a really cool fashion. Kind of this kind of a thing. And get the leaves in there somehow. And I'm good, you know, I'll do all this obviously the right way when we get ready. But this is how I work. I kind of lay things around and say, okay, I'm going to put that there. Might need one more here. Who knows, I might need one there. So that's kind of my concept. And I know you don't see a lot of the stripe back there, but I do like, I like layer and I like a little contrast, so that's why that's there. Anyway, that's kind of giving you an idea. And then I'm going to go through my stamps, because I think I have a Tim Holtz saying that I really, really like. And I'm going to stamp that up, and I think I'm going to put it right here. And that will be my canvas. Is that already looking like too awesome? Okay, I got to stop the video here. Let this dry. We'll come back and put all this together. All right, bye. Okay, I went over to my scrap pile, found a piece of cardstock. I found the stamp that I like. Every possibility begins with courage to imagine. The courage to imagine. I love that. That's a Tim Holtz. And then I used the background. I used an old one from Stampendous, which is also a Tim Holtz. And this was just sketch elements. I've had these for years and years. And so there you are. Put a little bit more hodgepodge glue on the back of here. Get that off of my brush because it'll just take longer to dry, and that's okay with me. And we're going to stick it right about there, I think. There we go. So when you're doing mixed media things, you have to do things in layers, or I guess that's how I say it. That's the way I do mixed media. Let me put it that way. And, oh, I keep letting go. I can't let go. I'm going to rub that. I just want to make sure it really gets down there good. And again, I'm not worried about the Collage Podge getting, you know, over, because again, it's going to dry clear. And I kind of like, I don't know if you can tell that it's kind of making the ink bleed a little bit, and I like that. So I don't care that it does that. You might, so if you do, you know, you might want to emboss. You can emboss with some clear embossing powder there to protect it, but I don't do that. All right, now we got to let that dry. I could be bringing my heat gun in and heat gunning this, you know, or heating it up and drying it while you're watching, but I like to let things lay. That might be... yeah, it looks pretty even. Maybe it's just the way I'm looking at it from here. All right, so there's that part. So I'm just going to piddle here, let it dry, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back again, and now I'm going to try using the Mod Podge to stick my flowers in there. And what I did, you guys will crack up. Let me get it back on my screen. I laid my flowers out on my cell phone, or on there, and then I took a picture, oops, wrong kid, a picture of what I laid out because I really liked it. So that's what I'm looking at. Oh, I should do it that way, like that. And I can actually make it bigger so that I can see. And so I wouldn't forget, because I really like the way that worked. So that's what I'm working on. We're just going to start gluing those down until we get them where we want them. And I'm pretty sure that this... Collage Podge is going to hold these, and I'm going to pull some of these up high so they stand up a bit. And let's see, we're going to put some on here. Now, everybody does mixed media stuff a little bit different. There might be somebody out there saying, oh man, I would have never done it that way, and that's okay. There's just, everybody works different ways. Now, of course, this is all going to have to dry. And if I come back and set it up like this and they all fall off, well, then I'll just glue them again. Because that's just the way I run. Oh, the phone went off. Got to have that picture. That's the one bad thing when you do that. You got to keep going back and looking to see what you did. Okay. On the instructions, it says you can pull these apart. But you know what? I really liked them like that. So I'm actually going to stick it right in there. And so I think I'm going to put a glunk there. Right on there, because I really liked them together. Alright, let's push that down. Make sure that it holds. Yeah. So far so good. Liking that. I'm liking that. I think I need another one up here. I think I'm going to come in a little more this way. Yep, I am. There we go. So I guess the reason I like to show you that while I'm doing this is how easy you can come up with a piece of artwork that will blow your mind and your friends' mind when they go, you made that? Like, yeah. And what I usually do if they don't believe me and I've made a video, I say, here, come here, let me show you. So then I kind of show them, they go, well, we believed you. And I go, no, you didn't. So let's make sure that sticks there. So far, I think we're doing okay. Okay, let's see, what else do I want? I need something there. I think I want that one. Yeah. Now with those other ones that I showed you in the other video, the blue ones, I have them laying up here. These, I think I'm actually going to do cards with them because they're not as thick. These I don't think I would put on a card. Unless I was going to hand deliver it and I knew the person would keep it. But these are flat enough that I think that they'll go through the mail just fine. Okay, so far so good. What do you think? Oop, I don't want to cover up our words. Okay, I'm liking that so far. Thinking I need one there. I mean, you could go all day adding stuff, I suppose. And the other thing you could use, I know some of you are out there saying, man, I would have used a hot glue gun. It would have dried quicker. I know, see, I heard you. I heard you say that. I really did. No. And that is exactly true. You could put these on with a hot glue gun, and I'll be honest with you, I may have to come back and do that if the Hodgepodge Collage Podge here doesn't work for me the way I want it to. The only reason I used it is this, is I wanted to test it for one, and I would have had to drag all of my heat gun stuff over here. So I think I'm liking that. But I think it needs a butterfly, because you know, I'm a butterfly kind of girl. Yeah, it just needs a butterfly. I'm going to see if I've got some bling, because I think my butterfly might need some bling. I'm not sure. Let's see. You know, here's some here. Let's see. I might have to ink this up with my markers. Yeah, it definitely needs some bling, but I want to color those. I don't want them to be white. So let me stop here, go color my bling, and I'll be back. Okay, I took some bling, and I took one of my Spectrum Noir. I don't say that right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. My marker, and it's an ink-based marker, and it's alcohol ink, actually. Can you see kind of how I changed them to like that ambery color? And I'm going to actually use my hot glue gun, I think, to put that there. And I kind of think I'm done. I'm almost wanting to put some little tacks, you know, like maybe those furniture tack looking things. I've got some tacks. I don't know. I'm going to, this is sticking on there. Great. I'm kind of thinking I'm done. Yeah, I kind of think I'm done. All right. Well, I'm going to glue that on there with a hot glue gun when it gets hot. But that's what I did with the Petaloo blooms and my canvas here, my wood canvas. And I want you to make sure to hop over there to CropStop, because this just took me hardly any time at all to do. And what a great gift that would be for somebody, or maybe you just need something to hang new in your home decor. All right, thanks for stopping by, and you have a great day. Bye.